My greetings to everyone. In this special lecture series on symbolic expression, today we have a very important topic, that is Innovative Approaches in Teaching and Learning, NEP 2020. The pedagogy and innovative approaches have gone a sea change. The traditional Indian teaching learning system based on Guru Shiksha Parampara provided a comprehensive and the holistic education. It focused on imparting not only knowledge but also the values and the life skills suited to each learner. The diverse pedagogical methods were employed, including hands-on learning, storytelling for value-based education, problem solving through exploration, role plays, memorization and discussion. Recent policy framework such as National Education Policy 2020 aim to integrate the traditional Indian education with the modern teaching and the learning approaches. NEP seeks to revamp the existing education system by combining the traditional values with the technology-driven methods. The NEP 2020 highlights the importance of creative pedagogical techniques in higher education and provides the educators and the policy makers with insightful lessons to consider. The policy promotes the use of cutting-edge pedagogies, experiential learning, art integration, and flipped classrooms, as well as the holistic development of the students. The NEP learner-centric approach, which acknowledges each student's unique needs and abilities, is an important lesson to remember. This change gives the educator the more freedom to choose the instructional strategies that best meets the needs of their students. This adaptability enables the teacher to better customize their lesson plans and establish a positive learning atmosphere. Now, realizing how crucial a role instructors have in putting the NEP into practice is another crucial lesson learned. Now, teachers are viewed as important change agents who can mentor the students throughout their academic careers. The NEP recognizes the teachers' skills and fosters their professional development by giving them the flexibility to select the instructional approaches. The NEP emphasizes the importance of a variety of teaching strategies as well. It inspires the teachers to investigate and incorporate the cutting-edge techniques that improve the student participation, the critical thinking, and creativity. The teachers may accommodate the various learning preferences and style of their student and create a more inclusive and productive learning environment by embracing the diversity in teaching. All things considered, the NEP 2020 encourages a progressive approach to the pedagogy in higher education. It also inspires the teachers to welcome creativity, customize lessons, and give students more authority. Now, with its emphasis on the varied pedagogical techniques, the learning-centric focuses the teacher autonomy, and it also offers the insightful advice for improving the education and getting the students ready for the challenges of the future. This new policy promotes a learner-centric approach and gives teachers the more autonomy in choosing the pedagogical methods. However, effective implementation of this autonomy depends on the teacher's understanding of the different pedagogical approaches. Now, the teachers need to be knowledgeable about the various teaching methodologies to plan and deliver effective instruction tailored to their students' needs. The continuous professional development is emphasized to support the teachers in enhancing their pedagogical knowledge and the skills. The relevant pedagogy is very essential for the successful learning outcomes, and it should emphasize inclusive communication, discussion, research, and interdisciplinary thinking. The teachers need the training to address the diverse learning needs, the styles, and the student backgrounds, including those with the disabilities. This training enables them to create the effective and inclusive learning environment that cater to individual differences and foster the desired learning outcomes. Let us see some crucial points. The first is inclusive approach. The accessibility, inclusivity, and equity of education are the main goals of new education policy. The pedagogy needs to be inclusive in this policy. The educators should consider the many realities and the perspectives of their students, which was missing in the yesteryears. Embracing the multidisciplinary aspects. By using this multidisciplinary approach, this new policy encourages the understanding the complexity and the interaction of the numerous aspects. The next is your changing the teaching methods. The student must comprehend the fundamental ideas, recognize the issues, and investigate the solutions using a multidisciplinary approach. The learning mode centering pedagogies. The different instructional strategies should be used according to the different modes of learning: physical, online, hybrid, or flipped classrooms. Developing critical thinking and the problem solving abilities. NEP 2020 places a strong emphasis on the students' acquisition of these abilities and the skills. It also fosters the innovation and creativity. And to meet the requirement and the learning preferences of each individual, this policy has a very special feature of promoting the personalized and adaptive learning. By providing the specialized resources and the test, in this policy, technology can actually play a very adaptive, supportive, collaborative, and personalized learning environment, all encompassing the educational experience. The students are better prepared for this complexity of the current contemporary world, and thanks to the pedagogical shift in this new policy. Let us now explore what is engaging teaching strategies for active learning and the critical thinking. Now, depending on the intended results and the degree of the learner's participation, many teaching strategies can be employed. You take care of the surveys, feedback, field work. They are considered very important in spreading the sensitization as far as the engaging teaching is concerned. Now, making use of field-based initiatives and the activities for experiential learning. Use cooperative learning techniques such as role plays, group discussions, the case studies to engage the students. Now, these techniques promote active engagement and the critical thinking. Now, there's a question in mind. What is a pedagogy? A pedagogy is essential for effective teaching and the learning by aligning with the chosen learning methods. The guidelines for innovative pedagogical approaches, they provide the strategies for different learning needs, modes of teaching, interdisciplinary learning, assessment, collaboration amongst the learners, and the teacher capacity building. Now, let's take an example. In a project-based learning, it can evolve and involve a real-world projects. Differentiated instruction supports the diverse learners. Technology enhances the engagement, and the integrated projects, they promote the interdisciplinary learning, and collaborative activities foster the collaboration amongst the students. The continuous professional development for the teachers, they ensure the effective implementation. Now, following are the guidelines which creates in engaging and effective learning experiences. Now, these guidelines, they aim to suggest the innovative pedagogies and develop the linkages of graduate attributes as listed in National Higher Education Qualification Framework, with the learning needs and the pedagogical approaches to better serve towards achieving the objectives and the mission of the new policy. Now, the pedagogy, let's see its importance. Pedagogy is the way the teachers share their knowledge, and it can be different from each teacher, classroom, and the platform. The next is your constructivism. Now, constructivism is important in the pedagogy because it focuses on active learning and the understanding. Effective teaching methods need to adapt to the modern world and how the students learn today. The teachers should make sure that teaching fits the student and helps them understand the real life situations. Using the different tools and the methods can make the classroom discussions and the interactions more interesting. The teachers should try the different ways to assess the student learning to help them improve and include everyone. Now, using the technology in assessment can let the students assess themselves and see how they are doing. So, let's see these innovative pedagogical approaches. The innovative pedagogical approaches are new and creative teaching methods that use the different various tools and the techniques to enhance the learning and develop the important skills in the students. Now, these innovative teaching pedagogies have really a positive impact on the students' learning, behavior, and attitude, ensuring that all the students, they meet the desired learning outcomes and demonstrate the expected attributes upon completion of a course or a program. According to this new policy, the teachers have the flexibility to keep themselves motivated and creative. Now, there are 4 major categories of the pedagogical approaches. The first is constructivism, the next is your social constructivism, the third is your liberalist policies. So, let's see the first one. Behaviorism is an educational approach that centers around teacher-led learning. It promotes a direct instruction and the lectures, with the teacher being the main authority delivering the knowledge. The curriculum is divided into separate subjects, and the learning often involves memorization and the repetition, which is considered as the lower level of knowledge. Now, in the behaviorist classrooms, the teacher controls the lessons through lecturing, modeling, and demonstrations, while the students may occasionally demonstrate their understanding. So, behaviorism is sometimes seen as a traditional teaching style. The second is your constructivism. Constructivism is a teaching approach that focuses on the learning through experiences and reflections. It puts the child at the center of the learning and encourages the project work and inquiry-based learning. Now, in this constructivism lessons, individualization and the slower paced learners are emphasized, with the less teacher talk and more support from the experts. So, there are also an emphasis on the outdoor activities and connecting with the nature. So, constructivism is often seen as a progressive teaching style. The third is your liberalization or liberanism. So, this liberatism is an educational approach that prioritizes the student voice and democracy in the classroom. It involves the collaborative learning, independent exploration, and the teacher acting as a facilitator. So, this helps in blended learning, gamification, computational thinking, experiential learning, and more. Thank you so much.